Hello and welcome to GrindslimeTV with me, your host Aaron. And today we're going to be looking at some of my fellow countrymen here in England. We are talking about the symphonic black and death metalers that are Bal-Sagoth and their 1993 demo bonus 20th anniversary Apocryphal Tales. Apocryphal? Yeah. Apocryphal Tales. Yeah. Look at that. Got a little monster on the front. Pretty cool. Now, like I mentioned, this is the 20th anniversary of their 1993 demo. The only difference is that this has a couple extra little keyboard tracks because you've got 6 tracks on here in total. Now, the first 4 tracks are the original demo. So you get a sort of keyboardy kind of intro plus 3 sort of symphonic metal tracks, all of which are banging. Then after that, they throw on for the 20th anniversary thing a small experimental track which is like 30 seconds of like symphonic keyboards and stuff, and then they've got a 6-minute long keyboard track on the end, which happens to also be an extended version of the intro to their first album, in which 2 of these songs reappear revised, whereas a Shadow on the Mist is unique only to the demo. And a banger as well, has to be said. Now, these are really one of those sort of geeky bands that I really like. You know, they sing about sort of like high fantasy and, you know, goblins and Conan and their own sort of little short stories that kind of interweave together across their albums and stuff. You know, and they've got those sort of nerdy wizard keyboards, I like to call them. You know, those sort of keyboards in vein of like early Rotten Christ, Mystifier, Imprecation. You know, a lot of those sort of Drown Productions bands were sort of doing in the early 90s, you know. So that sort of really geeky kind of sound, I'm all about that. And this little mini LP, so to speak, has it in spades. It's got 24 minutes worth of music here. Obviously, only 3 of the songs on there are actually metal. So half of this is essentially, at least a third of it, I'd say, is essentially just synthesizers doing stuff. But I think it's cool. It's something a little different. We've got the little grasshopper monster doing another special appearance there. Now, I love the music on here as well. The riffing is fantastic. It's heavy as balls. It's got that raw classic recording as it does. Got your liner notes in here and lyrics with little liner notes for each one and whatnot. Little intro to the thing, and there's the boys there having a sexy party. And yeah, just a little bit of history. And there's not a lot of this sort of like love for Bal-Sagoth, I find. You know, they're a classic British band. Not a lot of people talk about them, and a lot of people hear it and go, "Oh, this is like really gay, nerdy Dungeons and Dragons shit," and it is. To be honest with you, it's awesome. It reminds me of a sort of mix between, I don't know, all sorts of bands. Celtic Frost in there, maybe some early Morbid Angel, some Rotten Christ is in there for sure. Yeah, just a whole mess of it, you know, and great vocals, like really low sort of Dave Vincent vocals when he started getting really deep with it. That kind of thing going on here. Really cool stuff. A very unique little release, I think. And I came upon this year, it was 2013 this came out, and that was my first taste of these bad boys. Saw it came up on the old, it would have been Facebook or something. Yeah, Godreah Records. It would have been around the time this came out, or maybe a little after. But this was sort of doing the rounds with a few people, like in a few of the forums, like Metal United and stuff, back when I was on Facebook and shit. And I thought, wow, fellow countrymen, I'll give them a damn good listen. And I thought, fuck it, you know, I thought I'd buy it on the whim and we'll see how it is. You know, I think I got mine through eBay for one of these other labels, you know, and yeah, I've really enjoyed it ever since. I've not got anything else by Bal-Sagoth. I might have to change that because this stuff is really cool. But again, this is one of those things where it's like, I'm really satisfied with this. Like when I throw this on it, I feel like I'm, yeah, that scratched the spot. And it usually gets played like 3 or 4 times when it does go on. So I very much enjoy it. But yeah, we'll see. Do you guys know Bal-Sagoth? Where would you say start? Probably the first album, right? Came out after this bad boy. I should think so. Yeah, I reckon there's a couple of songs on there. So yeah, maybe we'll look into it. But yeah, what about you guys? What are you listening to? Hopefully you should check out some Bal-Sagoth. Bal-Sagoth. So that is a B-A-L hyphen. That's the little line dashy thing. Yeah. S-A-G-O-T-H. And it's Apocryphal Tales. A-P-O-C-R-Y-P-H-A-L. Tales. Like DuckTales. Woo! So, yeah. Really cool stuff. Check it out. I think it's up on YouTube or whatnot. I'm not entirely sure because it's just CD players right there. You know what I mean? Normally I do check these things, but this one I didn't. But it's bound to be out there somewhere. Check it out. Enjoy it. And have a good one. And remember, tomorrow is B-side Saturday. So start writing your list down. We want to know what's down there. All right? And also, maybe start putting your trade lists down there. See what everybody else is. Maybe someone who watches this channel has what you're after, and you have what they're after. Let's find out. Oh, yes. Catch you guys on the flip side. See you tomorrow.